Namaste Sannyasa family and everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you in this daily live meditation session with me, Dhyanse. We're meditating on 112 meditation techniques of Vigyan, Bhairav, Tantra. I'm thankful to this consciousness that finds an excuse in me in these sessions to express itself, to express the truth, that obvious, that is all out there. Wherever you look in life, wherever you look, is the same truth, is the same consciousness, yet we miss it, yet we are not able to see it. And through these sessions, as the consciousness expresses itself, its truth, I'm thankful for this excuse to be with you in this truth, in this consciousness. No matter for what reason you are here, you may not realize that you have stumbled upon the most powerful process known to mankind. Meditation, the most powerful process known to mankind. It does not matter if you are here for just relaxation, for a few moments of peace, of some kind of emotional healing, for some trying to solve some kind of problem in life, learning how to approach life. A mother, she was looking for a toy in a shop for her child. She looked through a selection of toys and something appealed to her. She asked the shopkeeper, she said, "I like this toy very much, but it looks very complicated." The shopkeeper said, "Yes, it is an educational toy which is meant to teach your child about life. No matter how you put it, it is always wrong. You can never solve it." So if you are in life facing this situation that no matter how you put your life together, somehow it is always wrong, somehow the outcome is not what you want. If you're here for that, or you're here just for some relaxation, you have stumbled upon the process, meditation, the most powerful process known to mankind. Why do I say that? That meditation has that stature, has that most powerful process in mankind. Why is that? See that when you take a seed, when you take a very small tiny seed, you look at it and you can never imagine what all it contains. The entire tree, the entire forest, the entire existence is there in that little seed. And when you plant that little seed in earth, in sun, in water, when you give that seed the right conditions, when you give that seed the nature that it needs, the forces of nature, it breaks the seed open and becomes this whole existence, from seed to the plant, to the tree, to the forest, to this whole existence. And these forces are nature. This is what we call as nature, as one dimension, as one force that holds this whole existence together. Then there is another seed, there is another dimension, consciousness, that is far more potent than nature, that is far more vast, bigger than nature. Nature contains this whole existence, consciousness contains nature, this existence, and what is non-existence. The whole is what is contained in the seed of consciousness. And you all have that seed in you. Each one of us, with that seed, we are born of consciousness. And meditation is that process which breaks open that seed, which allows this consciousness to break open and expand into the whole existence, into beyond existence, into the maximum possibility of this expansion into infinity. So this possibility is created by the process of meditation, to take the seed of consciousness that is so small there in all of us and turning into vast experience, into the existence of the whole. And until we experience the whole, we are never satisfied in life. No matter what you have in life, no matter what you achieve in life, no matter what material, what spiritual, whatever achievement, whatever expansion that you have in your life, you will never be satisfied until it becomes the whole. Even if the whole existence is given to you, even if the whole nature, the whole earth, the whole cosmos, the whole existence, the whole manifestation that is there is given to you, you will not be satisfied, because you're not just this energy, your consciousness, and consciousness expands beyond existence, beyond manifestation. It always wants to be the whole. And until you are the whole, until you experience yourself as the whole, there is no satisfaction, there is no stopping. You will keep on looking, the search will continue, it will change clothes, it will change meanings, it will change definitions. You will look for yourself, you will look for the meaning of life, you will look for this and that, spiritual experiences to materialistic experiences. All you're actually looking for is this expansion to the infinity, to the whole. And Tantra and meditation are these ways. Meditation is the process. Tantra is one of those ways of approaching the process. There are 112 meditation techniques that are given in Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, which we are going through one by one. We are on the session number 48th on this journey, where every day we have explored a completely new way to enter, to break open this seed of consciousness. The attempt is done in every day's session. It is up to you whether you're receptive, whether you're open to receive this expansion, to receive this energy, to receive this coming in contact with the vibration of Tantra, so that along with this vibration, your consciousness expands. All these techniques are just a way, just another excuse, as the excuse that is there, this session itself. Similarly, the techniques are the excuse for your body, for your mind, to create a situation in your being where the expansion is possible, where reflection is possible, where contemplation is possible, where truth is possible. So let us hear what Bhairava has to say in Vigyan Bhairav Tantra for the technique of today. Bhairava says, by entering the state preceding sleep, where the awareness of the outer world has faded, the being is revealed. Let me repeat. By entering the state preceding sleep, where the awareness of the outer world has faded, the being is revealed. In order to understand this technique, let us go through this different forms of consciousness that we experience during our entire life. I have spoken about this before as well, but very briefly, we experience our space and time in three different states of consciousness. The waking state, in which you perform all your daily activities, where you call that I am mindful, I'm awake. That's the waking state of consciousness. Then there is the state which is dreaming, which is there in your sleep, where the mind is still continuing, the projections are still continuing, but the awareness is not there. And then there is this third state, which is of deep sleep, where there is no awareness, where there is no mental activity. You are completely at rest. These are the three ordinary states of consciousness that we all live throughout our 24/7 of our life. Then there is this fourth state, which is known as Turiya, which is known as the fourth. There are many indications in all spiritual traditions about this fourth state, which is the state of meditation, where there is absolutely no mental activity and there is only awareness. There is complete silence and there is only awareness. That state is the state of expansion. In that state, your consciousness from the seed starts expanding. That state is the nourishment, is the ground, just the way the earth, the sun, the water, the fire is the ground for the seed to break open and become this whole existence. Similarly, that state in which there is absolutely no mental activity, no movement in your consciousness, and there is awareness. You're not asleep, but you're aware. In that state, there is expansion. So these are the four states possible, but what here Bhairava is referring to is finding the gaps in between these states. While your consciousness is switching from waking to dreaming to deep sleep to, if possible, Turiya, there are gaps in your consciousness. In those gaps, you fall into the abyss. You fall from manifestation into the non-manifest, from existence into non-existence, from some expression of consciousness to absolute pure consciousness, from something to nothingness. And this is what Bhairava is referring in this technique. If you get the knack of it, if you even understand it and attempt with openness, you will get a taste of what Bhairava is trying to show you, bring to your meditation practice, bring to your life. So he says, by entering the state preceding sleep, where the awareness of the outer world has faded, the being is revealed. So in between this state, preceding the sleep, before you are falling asleep, and where the awareness of the outer world has faded, your waking state has disappeared, the outer world has disappeared for you, but the sleep has not yet risen. In that gap, there is this entering into consciousness, into pure consciousness. Think of it like this: when you watch a film, when you watch something that is projected in front of you, a film which you watch on a screen, that also comes in frames. One frame after the other frame is put in front of you, creating a picture, creating a continuity. But in between those frames, if you could penetrate through these frames, you could see that there is nothing in between those frames. Imagine you're watching a film, you're watching a movie, you're all involved, but your consciousness suddenly is in a state. You are in such a state that those frames are slower than your consciousness. Your consciousness, your awareness, your silence, your alertness is so still, so steady that those frames become slow in front of you, and those 30 frames, those 60 frames, those 25 frames which were going very fast in front of you like this all the time, they have slowed down and you see through the gaps of that frame. So here Bhairava is giving you an indication of going through those gaps. One of those gaps is before you fall asleep, and before and after the whole waking state, the whole outer world has faded away from your consciousness. So you can practice this while you go to sleep every day, before going to sleep, while you're in the bed, when your eyes are closed, the whole world is over for you, the whole outer world is finished for you, but the sleep has not yet come, just about to come. In that gap, in those moments become aware. But how to do this technique now in silence, in meditation for the next minutes? You will put your mind and body to so much rest that it is kind of asleep. If you have to give this impulse to yourself that you are going into that state of sleep, that state of rest, your body and your mind going into that state of rest, where the whole outer world does not matter for you, where your whole awareness is turned inwards, in that moment, be aware. In that moment, keep this light of awareness awake, this fire of awareness awake in you. Let everything else sleep. Let your body sleep, let your mind sleep, but this awareness, let that remain. Let us practice this in the next minutes, in the next 15 minutes of silence and meditation. I'll guide you through the process with minimal impulses to bring you back to the practice. Please close your eyes and take a posture that is comfortable for you. A posture with your head, neck and back aligned, alert yet relaxed, hands in your lap or in your thighs, shoulders down, face relaxed, and body finding its balance, a balance that is restful, not leaning forwards or backwards, nor sideways, nor a sense of upwards or downwards, exactly in the middle, at rest. As a reference, you may assume that your body is falling asleep, is falling in rest, is falling in sleep. Your awareness turned inwards, always aware inside as your body finds its rest, as your body finds its sleep. your breath becoming silent as your body relaxes. And your awareness inwards on nothing in particular. Simply keep the fire of awareness alive in you. That little light of awareness, that bright, huge light of awareness alive in you. Body falling into rest, into sleep, while you remain aware. As the body relaxes, the mind relaxes. The mind follows the body into sleep. At all times, remain aware. The body is still. At rest, asleep. Mind follows. Stillness, rest, sleep. And the awareness remains. Everything is asleep. You're awake, aware of your inner space. Remain aware at all times. Absolute stillness. Let everything go and enter this awareness. Everything at rest, you awake, aware. This is you. This whole expansion, awareness is you. And as you move back to the body, to the mind, bring this expansion along. The truth of who you are. And very gently and slowly, you may open your eyes. Bringing the unmanifest into the manifest, the pure consciousness into the expression of consciousness, the non-physical into the physical, the truth in this projection. If you are touched by this experience, this expansion, And if you wish to continue on this path of expansion, of truth, of silence, of awareness, you're more than welcome to join our community of meditators, living this truth, living this connection with the whole until each one of us is the whole, until each one of us realizes the whole. If you have the calling to be in a Sangha for that, to be in a community of meditators for that, please write me an email with your introduction, with your calling for the community, and what can you give back to the community. Thank you very much. Namaste. For those who are tuning via Insight Timer, please stay online. I will take your comments, your questions, your experiences, anything that is worth sharing with the group in this space of expansion, of awareness and silence.